Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Joe True Love, here with the final stop before Forbidden Door this Sunday or tomorrow, covering AEW Rampage from last night. Quickest 1 hour in pro wrestling, and was very good. Very good edition of Rampage, with the exception of the main event, or the ending, rather, was kind of a cluster like on Dynamite on Wednesday, but nonetheless was a really good edition of Rampage. We got a great match with Andrade, El Idolo, and Rey Fenix. We got maybe some clarity as far as the triple threat tag team match between United Empire, Roppongi Vice, and FTR. We got some news for Ring of Honor storyline. Ring of Honor storyline, Jonathan Gresham, saw him back. It's been a while since we've seen the Ring of Honor World Champion on Dynamite, but, as we get into the summer, talks about the next Ring of Honor pay-per-view and close to a potential Ring of Honor TV show. It's gonna be interesting to see how it goes from here, but had some good stuff from Rampage last night. But thank you for joining me. If you're new to the podcast and you want to see more of these pro wrestling views, find them on channel. Click the description there. Find all the videos on the channel and check out my AEW Dynamite review from Thursday. I uploaded Thursday. Great edition of Dynamite. We got Okada. We got a great Christian Cage promo. We got Jon Moxley and Hiroshi Tanahashi teaming together in the main event with so-so ending, but still was great edition of Dynamite. So you can find that on the homepage along with my other reviews. But thank you all. And 1 sec, I have to check this thing on my phone really quick. But 1 sec, my bae's texting me, so 1 sec. Sorry about that. Okay, but let's dive into it, shall we? So, AEW Rampage started off in stellar fashion. So, Andrade, El Idolo, and Rey Fenix. This was a damn good match between the two. Andrade has been doing not really anything of importance really in AEW, but since really his comeback, it seems like they're progressing him. You know, his forming with Roosh in AEW. This match stems from the Battle Royal a couple weeks ago, but this was a very good match as you'd expect with these two. So, after some back and forth to really start the match, we got. So, Andrade went for 3 amigos, but Phoenix started jockeying for a position. Went for a frog splash, but Andrade rolled to the outside. Phoenix landed a big senton to the outside. Rolled back in the ring. Phoenix went for another high spot, but Andrade dumped him to the outside, taking them to break. So, back in the ring, Andrade hit his patented double foot stomp to the face of his opponent when his opponent's kind of wedged in between the turnbuckles. So Andrade hit that for near fall. Good swap by Phoenix. His springboard drop kick, where he kind of paused on the top rope. Good swap by Phoenix. Rolling cutter for a near fall. Phoenix then went for a frog splash, but was countered as Andrade got the knees up, and Andrade rolled up Phoenix for 2. Andrade went for his running knees as Phoenix was set up into the post, but Andrade went knees first into the post, which had to stunk, bought Phoenix some time. Phoenix then did a tope to the outside, back from break. So Phoenix looked like he was going for the finish, going for the offensive. Then he was tried to the outside. Alex Abrahantes and Jose, they distracted referee Aubrey Edwards. Roosh comes out of nowhere, comes on the ramp, hits a low blow to Phoenix, rolls him back in the ring. Andrade hits the hammerlock DT. 1, 2, 3. Andrade gets this big victory over Phoenix. You know, Andrade's too good to be doing nothing. And, potentially with this All Atlantic Championship paired with the TNT title. And the other thing is, Trios titles are on the way. So, right now, Andrade and Roosh are a duo, along with Jose. But if they can add a third, going for the Trios titles, that's another opportunity for Andrade. So, I like that it seems to be progressing a bit with Andrade, and he looks to be doing a little bit of something. So, that's good. But, Yeah, very good match. Open Rampage. Then we got Eddie Kingston addressing both Forbidden Door and Blood Guts. Talking about Chris Jericho. Talking about Suzuki, saying he loves to fight and can't wait. But mostly geared towards Blood Guts on Wednesday. That he can't wait to spill and taste Chris Jericho's blood. And pretty much most of the segment, apparently it's now going to be 6-on-6 in Blood Guts. Has Sammy Guevara and I'm guessing Wheeler Yuta and, well, Sammy Guevara and the mystery replacement for Bryan Danielson will be in Blood Guts, so that's going to be intriguing on Wednesday. Serena Deeb and Mercedes Martinez. That versus Sierra and Lane Luck. This match clears a jobber match. Mercedes is the Ring of Honor Women's Champion. Won that from Deonna Purrazzo. She apparently, according to the commentators, is having this mini anything you can do, I can do better feud with Serena Deeb. This could actually be a nice feud for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. And Serena Deeb, all due respect to Mercedes Martinez, could really add some prestige to the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. So I can understand it. We saw a bunch of Ring of Honor innuendos last on Rampage. Next, Tully Blanchard Enterprises. So we got a little bit of a. Well, this wasn't the first we saw Tully Blanchard. He was telling his boys, Brian Cage, Khan, and I forgot the other guy's name, but they look as intriguing as a trio as you could be. Have not seen them since Supercard of Honor. But my guess, with all what we saw on Ring of Honor, that we're going to eventually get a TV show and eventually another pay-per-view for Ring of Honor. So then, speaking of Tully Blanchard again, Jonathan Gresham, another guy people have been wondering about. Where has he been? The Ring of Honor World Champion, one of the best wrestlers in the world. He was backstage with Lee Moriarty. Moriarty was campaigning for a shot at the Ring of Honor World title. Tully Blanchard stepped in the picture and said, Who are you campaigning for a title shot? My guys have a better record than you. And so Gresham posed the challenge of his guys versus Tully Blanchard's guys versus Jonathan Gresham and Lee Moriarty in a tag team match. So it's gonna be intriguing. Hook versus DKC at the New Japan Strong Dojo. This was decent little match. You know, DKC, is apparently a student at the New Japan Strong Dojo. Got some offense in on Hook, but Hook ultimately fired back, got some throws, locked in the Red Rum for the win. DKC tapped. Hook gets another victory on AEW. Main events: Cash Wheeler versus Jeff Cobb. This was a preview of the Triple Threat Tag Team match. Winner take all at Forbidden Door Tag Team match. But solid match. Cobb is very good. This was the first match since Jon Moxley in early 2020 on AEW television, I believe. And Cash, we've talked so much about Dax and the work he's put in since 2022, since the start of the year. But Cash is good as well. And this was a nice, solid wrestling match. Cash 1-on-1 targeting the knee of the bigger guy, Jeff Cobb. His knee was taped up. But Cobb ultimately using his power. And in the end, hit the Tour of the Islands, his big power slam on Cash for the win. And afterwards, much like Dynamite, there was a big brawl that ensued at the end. I mean, they didn't like it on Dynamite, they're not going to like it on Rampage, I don't think. And but nonetheless, I can't wait for Forbidden Door. It's gonna be fun. And excuse me. Before I call it a video, I might as well go over my AEW / New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door predictions. So, might as well get into them, shall we? So, a little bit of change up for Forbidden Door. So, I'll just go over the main card. there were a bunch of matches added to the buy-in. I mean, I'll still watch the buy-in, but not really that much of importance. So, for starters, a little bit of change up, like I said, to Forbidden Door. So, in the four-way for the All-Atlantic Championship, Malachi Black versus Miro versus Pac. Tomohiro Ishii, he won the qualifying match apparently versus Clark Connors to qualify for Forbidden Door, but Ishii suffered an injury in that match, so it's going to be Clark Connors taking the spot of Tomohiro Ishii. But nonetheless, my prediction is Malachi Black. I mean, I just think he needs a title. I mean, yes, the House of Black could easily be thrusted in the trios titles discussion when they come, but for now, the titles aren't there. So, I wouldn't be upset if Pac or Miro win, but I'm going with Malachi Black to get his first gold in AEW. The only women's match on the card and the only AEW versus AEW match on the card, Thunder Rosa versus Toni Storm, will be a great match. We know that. But the fact is, the build has been not great. So nonetheless, should be a fun match. But you gotta go with Thunder Rosa. I mean, I don't see how Toni Storm wins here. It just wouldn't be right. Not the right time for Toni Storm. Although she'll be AEW World Champion in the future, it's not the right time. And they still need to do better with Thunder Rosa. Can't stress enough. It's been over 3 months. And she has not gotten a fair share in her title run. What may still to show, we'll have to see, but highly intriguing match as Commonwealth Kingpin Will Ospreay defends the IWGP United States Championship that he won at Dominion over Sonata against Orange Cassidy. You know, this may be a fun match. This will be a fun match. Will Ospreay is arguably the best wrestler in the world. Orange Cassidy can go with the best of them. And, Ospreay's going to win, but I just hope it's a great match. Orange gets a lot of unnecessary heat on line, so it's going to be a fun match. We know that. Ospreay match. Will Ospreay gets W. triple threat tag team match, winner take all for the Ring of Honor and IWGP tag team titles. FTR versus United Empire versus Roppongi Vice. I could realistically see it going either way. Just because of the tie-ins with New Japan Pro Wrestling. But, you know, I've thought about it, got over it. You know, originally I thought about FTR but I just don't see a New Japan title really changing hands on Forbidden Door. Now it could very well happen in this match, but I just don't know. So I'm going to go with Jeff Cobb and Great Khan to get the W. And yeah, it's to me it's the most unpredictable match on the card. It just is. Because so many variables, the Ring of Honor, IWGP tag titles, and the Young Bucks, where they lie in this match. Speaking of which, the Young Bucks 8-man tag team match. Young Bucks, Hikuleo, and El Phantasmo, a Bullet Club, versus Dudes with Attitudes, Shingo Takagi, Himalaya Takashi, Sting, and Darby Allin. You know, I love Sting. This is also a weird match to pick because you got Sting and Darby. Darby, he needs momentum. He needs momentum. I mean, he did beat Bobby Fish, but he needs momentum. And at the same time, the Bullet Club and the I mean, I'm going with Sting and Darby, Shingo and Takashi. To get this W. Darby needs a big victory. And on this card would certainly help. Oh man. This match may not only be the match of the night, maybe match of the year. Fatal 4-way match for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. You got Jay White versus Hangman Page versus Kazuchika Okada versus Adam Cole. You know, this match, I mean, like I said on my Dynamite review, you know, I felt that while the Forbidden Door card was good, it sort of needed a bump. It sort of needed a push. This match really pushed it over the bar. I mean, for the best in the world, you can't complain. You can't complain. I'm going with Jay White to retain the IWGP World Championship. Probably pins Adam Page. Ugh. But nonetheless, it's going to be a great match. It's going to be a wild ride. I mean, just wow. You can't wait to see. And then what is presumed the main event. And I get it. But at the same time, the Fatal 4-Way is probably going to be presumed as the main event. So you got Jon Moxley versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. A match that many have looked forward to for the last number of years. It is a great plan B for CM Punk versus Tanahashi. And gonna be intriguing to say the least. You know, Tanahashi didn't look great on Dynamite. You know, he looked well, but I'm assuming he will definitely bring it, as we know he can. First Moxley on Sunday, but gotta go with Moxley, gotta go. You know, it would be fun, but I just can't see them putting the title on Tanahashi. I mean, if they put the title on Tanahashi, yes, they can still get CM Punk versus Tanahashi, but you're gonna have to wait because Tanahashi's not an AEW employee. So there's that. But nonetheless, it should be a great card, a fun card. I think I covered on the matches, but yeah, nonetheless, gonna be a wild ride, gonna be a fun show, and I'll cover it. I'll have a review for Monday, so check that out. But thank you for joining me. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up. In the corner, click that like. Thank you all. Hope you enjoyed not only the review, but my predictions for Forbidden Door as well. But nonetheless, thank you. See you Monday. I'm Rachel to Love. I'm out. Be safe. Peace.